we're going to continue our story. Are you guys ready? Now, I first want to ask you to give me your best sad face. Can you give me your best sad face? I'm so sad. Oh. Good job, guys. Okay, so the story that I'm going to read is really sad, but there's really, really good news in our next story, so don't worry, okay? Now, this Friday is Good Friday, and this is what the story is about on Good Friday. And we're going to learn about what happened to Jesus. And this is a time that we can come to God and thank God for the amazing thing that He did, that Jesus has done for us on the cross. Are you guys ready to learn about it? Here we go. The day Jesus died. Now here's Jesus right here, and here's a Roman soldier over here, and this is a man who's helping Jesus carry his what? What is this called? The cross. Are you guys ready? Okay. It was a very sad day when Jesus died. The soldiers who had arrested Jesus teased him for pretending to be a king. They took his clothes and put a king's purple cloak on him. They made a crown of vines with sharp, sharp thorns and put it on Jesus' head. Ouch! They made a crown of thorns for him, not a golden crown, a crown of prickly thorns. The soldiers made Jesus carry a heavy wooden cross. The cross was too heavy for him. Jesus fell and skinned his knees, and the cross tumbled to the ground. A man in the crowd carried the cross the rest of the way. The soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and his feet to the cross. They raised Jesus' cross up on a hill between two other men. The other men were thieves, and they were being crucified. One of the men was angry with Jesus. "If you are the powerful king, can't you save yourself? Why don't you save us too?" The man spat at Jesus. But the other thief believed in Jesus. He shouted back, "Don't you know who this is? This is God's Son. He hasn't done anything wrong. We are being punished for our mistakes. But Jesus shouldn't be here." Do you guys know why Jesus shouldn't be there? Because Jesus lived a perfect life. He never did anything wrong. The man turned to Jesus and asked, "Will you take me to heaven with you?" Jesus looked at the man and loved him. Jesus told him, "Yes, today we will be in heaven together." After a while, the world grew very dark, as if a terrible thunderstorm was coming. It was as if all the creation was crying, like all the trees and the rocks and the animals. Everything that God created was crying, because Jesus was about to die. Jesus was feeling all alone and prayed to see if God was still there. Of course, God never left Jesus. God was with him the whole time. Jesus looked at the crowd. He was so sad that the people didn't believe that he was God's son. He asked God to forgive them for killing him. The soldiers offered him some sour wine, but he didn't want to drink it. He was ready to die. Finally, Jesus had fought for long enough. He said, "God, the work you gave me to do here is finished." He breathed a final, long slow breath, and then he died. And here in this picture, we see 3 crosses. One was for one of the men who was stealing. It was a thief. The one in the middle was for Jesus. That's the one Jesus was on. And the last one was for the second man who was also a thief who was stealing. Now, I would like you guys to take this time to draw a picture. Draw a picture of the scene of Jesus on the cross. And use colors that represent sadness. Because this is sad. Jesus dying on the cross for us, it's sad. But in our next story, we're going to see how it turned out to be the greatest thing in the entire world. The best thing ever. And I cannot wait to share this story with you guys. See you in the next one.